You will be impacted by a higher wisdom.
You will gain a new friend soon.
What? Tragedy comes in threes? You'll run into an old friend soon.
Trev, is that you? This thing said I would run into an old friend soon. I wonder if this is what it meant.
Are you okay?
Evening. Welcome to the second Tab Youth Live, and we are very excited that you're able to join us here tonight. This is our first live stream straight from the Go Rod house, and we're hoping that the internet is able to handle this. Sometimes we have bad internet, but we'll see. I see Patricia over on the Instagram channel over there. Good to see you joining us over there. And I see lots of people in chat over on YouTube as well. So hello to James and Lacey and Aubrey and Brendan and Kayla and Clara and Zadie and anybody else that I might have missed over there. Hopefully you guys have fun in chat tonight and are able to kind of just hang out with one another. I hope that you guys are all doing really well. It's kind of been a difficult week here in the Go Rod house. If you didn't know already, I got sick on late Saturday afternoon. We're not sure what exactly it was. We don't know if it was COVID or if it was something else. Regardless, I'm starting to feel better. The last couple days have been a lot better than they once were. Amy got sick for one day. She had a high fever that went kind of up and down and then threw up and then slept through the night and has been doing better since. So we're hoping that everything is great now, but right now we are straight from quarantine to you. And so don't let us come breathe on you. Trisha, we miss you, and I hope you're doing really well. I called your parents yesterday just to check on you guys, but hopefully you're doing well out there, and hopefully we'll get to see each other all soon. We're going to start off tonight with a game, and again, you guys are about 40 seconds behind where I am, so you'll kind of get this a little late, but we're trying to help out with that. Oh, and hi, Jaime. It's good to see you as well. Be a good boy. All right, so we're going to play our first thing of the night, our first little segment tonight, and it is called Meme Fight. That's right. Let's get ready to rumble. I challenge you to a meme fight. I thought we could play a little bit of a game tonight, and that game is Meme Fight. And the idea of Meme Fight is that I will put up two different memes on the screen, and you choose which one you think is funnier. Just type in 1 or 2. If it is on that side of the screen, right over there, it'll be a 1. If it's on that side of the screen, it will be a 2. So 1, 2 over here, okay? And I see Jake's now in the chat. Good to see you, Jake. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully all you Randalls are doing well out there in the boondocks. So here we go. I'm going to put up the first of our meme sets, and then you're going to vote on them, and then I'm just going to keep moving them through, and I'll catch you on the chat area, but we're going to put them up for about 20 seconds apiece. So here's the first one. You're going to see two different options on the screen, and you'll be able to choose between which one you think is funnier. If you want to, if you're Instagram, I'm going to turn this, and this is going to make you a little sick probably, but I'm going to try my best here to show you what the memes are. So there's that one. It's not focused. Never mind. It's not going to work, guys. It's failed. It's completely failed over on the Instagram side. I completely forgive me. I am a failure. All right, here's number 2. Let's see if you have a vote for 1 or 2 on this one as well. We're going to see and which one you think is funnier. If you are on Instagram, you won't see this, but basically it's dangerous to go alone. Take this as an old Zelda meme, and on one side we have a picture of a hamster, and on the other we see a picture of a kitten. And so you're going to vote 1 or 2, and we will see how that goes. And then now we're gonna move over to the third one, and we'll see how that one goes. This is the third one. This is another meme that is it's a Michael Scott meme. We're all about office memes because they're fun. And I'm seeing lots of votes for the first of our memes, which I'm seeing lots of 1s so far. So we'll see how that pans out so far. And then now we're going to switch to our 4th meme and see what you guys think of the 4th meme right here. Oh, I see Teresa. Hi, Teresa, and Marcia over on Instagram. This is our 4th meme. It is Spider Cat, and you can see the 2 different choices that you have. I'm seeing all 1s all the time. That's what I'm seeing. All 1s all the time. And now we're going to go over to number 5, and we'll see how you guys do. So far, I have not seen a vote for a number 2 yet, so that may be because of the TP shortage. I'm not sure. Oh, now I finally saw one. So this is our final of our memes, and then we'll move on and see what you guys think. It looks like the second voting, or the Michael Scott voting, is a split between 1s and 2s. And now we're over, and we're going to finish our meme fight. That's right. That was our meme fight of the night. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully it brought a good smile to your face as we've been able to do that. And I see Michelle over on Instagram. Hello. And I want to say thank you to Zane. Zane was my meme dealer this week, and he provided every meme that was meme number 2. So I'm seeing like Spider Cat meme obviously won, and I'm seeing a lot of the Roman soldier ones. And what I did is I just chose memes that match that same format, and then use that as my battle against Zane to see who was the most memey between the 2. And so just as a quick review, I saw a lot of 1s on this one, which would be me. I saw a lot of 1s on this one, which would be me. I saw a lot of 1s and 2s on this one, so I'll call that one a tie. I saw a lot of 2s on that one, so that one goes to Zane. And I saw a lot of 2s going to that one. So I guess what I would say then is that we tied tonight between the 2 of us about who wins this meme fight. So what I'd like is, if you'd like to play meme fight with me, all you have to do is send me memes on Instagram, on Facebook, on our youth Discord page, or through my cell phone. If you have my cell phone number, you can send them all through that way. As long as they're clean, we'll be able to use those hopefully in the future. And anyone submitting a meme this week, if you submit at least 1 meme this week, either through our Instagram, Facebook, or Discord, or through my cell phone, any of those submitters will get quarantine points for their submission. So if you want to earn quarantine points, then that is a good way for you to do it. All right, let's move on now. We're doing a series called Round 1 Fight, and this is obviously round 1. And so I wanted to show you a few pictures, which you've probably seen some of these pictures before, but these are pictures that are supposed to be very unsatisfactory. So you'll see things like, oh, some of these are just terrible. Like, to me, they just hurt me mentally. You can see like cords that are broken. You can see sharpened pencils that are only sharpened on one side. Teresa wants to know if they win TP. No, I am not that rich. And if I were, you still wouldn't want it from me because you'd be worried about infection. So, for some reason, these pictures just aggravate us and hurt our heads. They cause us to be stressed because we can't change what we want changed. Well, I gave her a chance. So I guess we'll move on.
No.
Oh. You know, sometimes there's these annoying things that just happen that you just can't control. You want to change them, but you can't because for some reason you decided it was a good idea to purchase a flute for your child. And so now we get 40 minutes flute solos just because.
What song should I do next?
Thanks, Emma. That's enough. You can move on. We appreciate that.
Dang it.
So why don't you in chat go ahead and just type in some things that you find are making this time of being stuck at home stressful. So just go ahead and type those things in. I thought about this earlier today, and I was talking to Lacey, and we came up with a few ourselves. Things like being stuck with just 3 other people, and that's it. No friends being allowed to be around. Not that I have a lot of friends, but still. Our internet having issues the other day. Trying to figure out what to do to fill each day. Thinking about health and stressing about that. Or about money. Or trying to learn new things quickly, and then also trying to explain them to people when you're just beginning to learn them yourself. Emma's constant whistling. It's terrible. All the time. All the time. She's just whistling all the time. It's terrible. Stop. Just stop. No. We don't need that whistling.
But it's so fun.
I see now Dylan's over there. Hopefully that means that Ray's over there listening as well. It's good to have you guys. Another one is that I'm not able to touch anything. I'm trying to avoid touching as much as possible, which means that Lacey's having to do all the work around here. And that's stressful for both of us. Not being able to go to places that we normally go to. Worrying about loved ones and if they're going to be okay. Not knowing how long all of this is going to last. All of those things are really stressful. And I'm seeing a few of you are putting in things like work is stressing Ray out, or work is stressing him, as well as Ray is stuffing her face. Trying to do a build of a loft beds for Lacey's kids. Aubrey said being alone with her brother. Karen said, I miss seeing my friends. Zadie says no hugs and then cryy faces. And I think Dylan said something about like moist, tender chicken nuggets or something was also stressful to him. Our list could go on and on and on. Oh, Melanie put in struggling with feeling unproductive. But you kind of get the point. The point is that we have all been shoved into this tight space with other people. And no matter how much we love them to start with, every little thing annoys us about them now. And then we start to vocalize it to them. And then they start to vocalize it to us, and pretty soon it's a very stress-filled and unpeaceful situation. Anybody else experiencing kind of this feeling this week? Right here. The idea that week 2 of quarantine is kind of just turning into a fight between like-minded people. It's the way that it's felt. You get so trapped in. James 1:4 says this: "What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you?" As we've said, we're in a situation that we can't control, but we want to control it. This desire to have control is causing the frustrations and the stress, which then comes out as fights and quarrels amongst ourselves because we can't deal with not having the control we want to have. James then continues on in verse 2 and says, "You want something, but you don't get it. You kill and covet, but you cannot have what you want. You quarrel and you fight, and you do not have because you do not ask God." You do not have because you ask God. Now, let's ignore the killing part because I don't want to plant thoughts in your mind right now. But let's focus on the main idea of this. You don't have because you don't ask God. And the opposite being that fights and quarrels are happening because you aren't asking God. Now, I'm not a name it, claim it Christian, which is somebody that I don't believe in like magic Christianity, that we can force God to do whatever we want through the repeating of some words in some way. I'm not that type of believer, but I do think that James makes this statement for a reason. He isn't saying that you will automatically get what you want if you ask God, because the next part of this section tells us we don't always get what we ask for. He makes it very clear in the next section. But if we don't ask God for help, we won't ever stand a chance of defeating the stress and the fights that erupt from it. So we turn to God and we ask him for help. Hi, Carly. If you're watching, it's good to have you over there on Instagram. I'm going to look at some of the comments really quickly, see if there's anything worthwhile. Apparently, Brendan is trying to fight with Jaime. Hopefully, Jaime wins that one. Ben Justman's here. Hi, Ben. We miss seeing you as well. So we turn to God and we ask him for help. So here's a quick practical idea for you. Next time you're getting frustrated with someone, pause and pray for them kindly. You don't even have to do it out loud. You don't have to be like, "Dear God, please help my stupid brother to stop being stupid." Not a helpful prayer, by the way. Instead, silently even, just pause and pray and say, "God, please, please, please help this person to feel loved and help them to not have as much stress." And then also ask for help for yourself to find peace as well. Our last verse tonight is from 1 Peter 5:7. And I just keep coming back to this verse of cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. It's from 1 Peter 5:7. So take time during the day and pause and admit to him the stress and the anxiety that you're facing and give it to him rather than trying to deal with it yourself, or rather than acting like it's not even there because you're afraid to admit that you're stressed out. You don't have to have control of this situation as long as you trust in God's control of this situation. Now, I want to conclude this devotion with a few other practical ideas of how to de-stress during this time. And if you have any ideas, just go ahead and pop them into chat and I'll read those as we get to the end of this. So here's some ideas that we've come up with at the Go Rod House. Things like invent a game to play and play it. So Amy and I have been playing a game where we have a stack of maps, and then we put it on the ground, and we have these two little play frogs, and we bounce them, and wherever they land, that county on that map is ours, and we color it in, and we see who can get the most counties. So just invent a game. Be creative. Use your creativity during this. Hi, Marcia. I'm glad you're listening in. Next one, get outside and move around. It's okay to get outside and move around. And in fact, it'll actually help your mind out a little bit and relieve some of that stress. Spend some time reading your Bible. That can help you de-stress as well. Decorate the living room as a day out. So just say today's going to be beach day, and try your best to decorate your room or your living room to look like the beach. Don't grab sand and throw it all over your floor, but you get the idea. You can even use the TV, just put it on a YouTube channel with whatever that background is, jungle, beach, whatever it is, and be creative with that. Play a board game or a card game with each other. Do a talent show. Teresa Lemke said take a bubble bath, which can help with the lack of toilet paper as well. Do a talent show. Teach each other something new. So each day somebody gets a different thing that they get to teach. So maybe it's a card trick, or maybe it's how to bake something like that, or how to draw something. And everybody in the family can join in with that. Make a joke out of something that's annoying, to keep it funny rather than it snowballing into something that is just like boils over. So like we have this game ongoing in our house right now where it's, well, could it get worse? And we come up with like outrageous ways that things could get worse. The only rule is that you can't say death, because death is better, because we would be in heaven. But we say, could it be worse? And we see if we can come up with something. And that way, the thing that's annoying doesn't become something bigger and bigger. Call or set up a video hangout with your friends. Maybe you like coffee or something like that, or drink a pop with them on video and just sit and chat. Or get a board game out and show the board game or the card game so that you can play it together while on video. Ben Justman said he's pulling out weeds in the garden today. That was relaxing for him. Jake said that something takes too much work, apparently. And then the last ones that I have is write love notes. Now, I don't mean like creepy love notes like, hey sister, I love you. I'm talking about love notes like things that you're saying, I love you. And it can be to a parent, it could be to a sibling, something like that. Or just take a piece of paper for each person in your family and just put their name at the top and just write only good things about them on that sheet of paper. See, Zadie says reading in general. So that's another great way of dealing with stress. So we're going to move on. I'm going to pray, and then we're going to move on. And Lacey says, reading is good. I've been playing Minecraft a little more lately. Brendan, you can play solitaire. That's almost a board game, and if you put it on a board. All right, so I'm going to go to our next section, which is questions. So the first question I'm going to have you do is just hashtag the name of the person in chat that you most want to hang out with once this is all over. This isn't like who you like. Teresa also said watching people fall down on YouTube apparently helps her relax. But hashtag the person that you would most like to hang out with, it not because you are somehow wanting to date them, just meaning that it's somebody that you look forward to being able to be around. And then the next questions I want to ask is, how are you doing? and then also how can we pray for you? And as you type that in, we'll kind of make notes of that just so that we can be praying for you this week, because we don't want you to be all alone in this. And then the last thing that I want us to do is something very important for this section, and that's to let you know that the floor and the chair you're in is currently lava in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you are touching the floor or if you are touching your chair, you have just burned to death by lava. See, it could get worse. So now you're safe. So you're safe now. And we're going to move on to our next section, which is drawings with Amy. We did this last week, but we're only going to do one drawing this week. And Amy prepared us a drawing. And the first person on Instagram and the first person in chat on YouTube to put this in will get a quarantine point. A quarantine point for this. So here we go. We're gonna see how you do with guessing the youth member that Amy chose to draw this week. Amy, you want to show them? The first one to come up with who this is. You can kind of see this picture. It's beautiful. Amy did a good job with it. I'm going to show the people over here on Instagram and help them out. It looks like that. So whoever on Instagram puts it first, and whoever puts it on, you want to come over closer? You can. Whoever puts it on Instagram and whoever puts it on YouTube first chat will get the quarantine point for the evening. And if you want to put them on both and get double points, you are more than welcome to, but we'll see how you do. All right, Amy, I'm going to assume by now that people have guessed it. And if they haven't, then whoever enters it in first after you reveal it will still get the point. So why don't you tell them who this drawing is?
Zane.
It's Zane, that's right. I see Karen put Zane, and I'm assuming that's about the picture. How do we know this is a picture of Zane, Amy?
I don't know.
Is there a potato in this picture?
Yeah.
There is a potato in this picture, so that is why we know it is Zane. All right, thank you, Amy. We'll see you later. Thank you so much. And it looks like Karen gets the quarantine point on the YouTube side. I haven't seen Zane show up over on the Instagram side, so as soon as somebody types in Zane over there, they will get that point. Zane is skipping out, I believe, because I think his family is watching a movie together because they're too cool for us. Hopefully he'll catch this later so that he can see his memes in action. All right, so thank you, Amy, and we are going to move on. We've got just a couple more segments before we finish our evening. It's a little shorter tonight. It's been kind of a long week, and hopefully you're enjoying this. So we talk about the plan every week, and this is the plan. The plan this week is this. All right, Teresa Limke, she gets the quarantine point. We'll make sure we tally that in there for her. And that way, next time we can let her know, or we can add those up over this whole quarantine time. So here's the plan. This week, we want you to join us on our new Hangout spot. Our new Hangout spot is Discord. And Discord is a chat spot that is set up for gamers, but we are using it for our church, and specifically we'll have areas for our youth group to be in. And it provides a place for our for each of us to come in and chat. I like it better than like Facebook and other areas because it makes it a lot easier. It also has some other options as far as audio chat if you have a microphone and things like that. But that's kind of the idea this week. You'll find the link to this our Discord down in the description below on our YouTube channel. You can also find it. We've been putting it all over Facebook and things like that. and you just click on that link and it'll take you there. You can get on through PC. You can get on through your app. Just download the app on your app store. It's free. And that way you can check that out. But we'd love for you to join us over there. It's got lots of different areas that you can post different things, including the memes for the meme fights. And so check out our Discord this week so that we can chat and hang out and my hope is to try to get everybody into one place that we can all meet in. And so I'm hoping Discord ends up being that place, but we're going to do our best until we can get as many people over in that area. Make sure you invite people to our live streams, and you'll see me a little more active this week as I feel better to do all the other Instagram lives that I'm planning as far as devotionals and things like that, and just checking ins. So that's what's coming up. So final words as we get toward the end of this tonight. Final words. Last week, I found another youth group that's doing online services, because everybody's doing online services. But this one stuck out to me because they used a tagline, which is up on the screen right now. And that tagline is what I would like for us to use and think about over this whole time of quarantine, which is really simple. Faith, not fear. Prayer, not panic. Connection, not isolation. Faith, not fear. Prayer, not panic. Connection, not isolation. What we're going through is pulling every one of us toward fear, toward panic, and toward isolation. But because we have Jesus and because we have each other, we can instead be people with faith, where we're trusting in God's provision, His love, and His plan. We can be people that are praying rather than panicking about everything. And we can also be people that are connecting rather than isolating or being isolated. So we don't have to go through all of this alone. So I want you to hang on to that idea that we are to be people of faith, not fear, prayer, not panic, connection, not isolation. So reach out to somebody this week. Find somebody that maybe that you think about and you're like, I bet they haven't had any human contact this week. I need to get a hold of them. Invite them to hang out with our Discord, or invite them just to talk with you. I see that as we wrap this up, I want to just remind you that with all of that in mind, don't be afraid to call or text, whether it's me or whether it's one of our adult leaders, even if it's just because you just need somebody to talk with. It's not like we're doing anything else, and we'd much rather be talking and hanging out with you than being on our own too. So connect with us, call us, get a hold of us. Otherwise, we're still trying to reach out to all of you. I was kind of slacking this week for some reason, and so I haven't got a hold of a lot of you this week, and I apologize for that. But that's kind of where we're going to wrap up this video. I'm going to look over at chat really quick and see. I see that Jake is saying that he already sent me memes, and I appreciate that. I'll make sure I tally up your quarantine points for that. And otherwise, we'll see you guys over on Discord or on Instagram over the next week or so. And then next Wednesday, we'll be back here for round 2 as we talk about something else from the Bible that has to do with fights, but not maybe necessarily what you're thinking of. And anyway, thanks for hanging out tonight, and I hope you guys are feeling well, that you're healthy, that you are happy, and that you are connecting with God and with each other. And we'll see you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Talk to you later. Bye.
Now, it's time for me to say sayonara. That's Japanese for goodbye.
Hey guys.
So ciao. That's Italian.
До свидания.
That's Russian.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.